Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Call Me a podcast. My name is Prabh. Oh, wow, you already laughing at my intro, huh? Great. Okay, so say your name.
I am a person named Isabella Sbarra.
And say your name.
I'm Andrew Darden.
Yep, so this podcast, we have 3 people. Holy shit, I am clipping. Alright, but we have 3 people. Wheeler's not here with us, because we're actually doing this, like, in person, and he has corona or something like that.
Don't just blast his info.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna blast it.
He may or may not be infected with some sort of popular sickness.
No, I mean, I don't know, he got it 4 weeks ago and he still lost his sense of taste and smell. And yeah, I know.
I thought that's what happened to you.
That's what happened to me. No, I had tonsillitis.
Yes, right. I know you did.
You trying to expose me here?
No, I'm just saying because you also lost your sense of...
Yeah, for 3 days.
Yeah, and he's lost it for 4 weeks.
Yeah, for 4 weeks, yeah. Okay, but anyways, we digress. This podcast is kind of special because this is our first kind of interview thing, and for future podcast episodes I want to do interview type stuff with different people. So we got Isabella here. We're going to talk about her music endeavors. We're going to talk about her music endeavors and all the tracks she made for T.A.G, the A Cappella Group, which we're all part of.
Well, you are part of.
Well, yeah, now. I mean, they graduated, so. And then we're going to talk to Andrew about the Black Lives Matter protests, because he organized some of them. And, he's been a very key player in... Key player? Yes, key player in it. in some of them that I was lucky enough to go to, so. But yeah, let's get started with Isabella. So, Intentions, huh? That's your first song that you made for T.A.G, right?
Yeah, Intentions was the first one.
Right. So,
they really do be growing like vines on an old heart, huh?
Yeah, you know what? I'll play a bit of a song here, and then,
okay.
Yeah. So we'll play it here.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you should do that.
Okay, we'll play the song in 3, 2, 1. But yeah. And then so that's a song.
It is indeed a song. That's true.
Yeah, it is a song. So Andrew, you can chime in if you want. Ask some questions about the songs that she created and stuff.
Probably gonna be like, so tell me what was the process for writing this song? And Andrew's gonna be like, well, you see, what happened was...
Oh God. Okay. Oh God. Okay. So, yeah, but I mean, for Intentions, what was what?
The process for writing the song?
I guess.
I wrote it actually in the 8th grade, around a long time ago. And for a while, a lot of people were confused about what it was about, and some people thought it was about them. It was not. But it was actually, I kind of wish it was, because the story is actually a little stupid. I was really, really mad at my mom one day. So I went...
F you, Mom!
I went and sat down at my computer and my keyboard and was like, wow, her intentions really are... And I think that's the fastest song I've ever written. I think it took me 10 minutes to write, maybe.
Damn.
So, of course, Gary, our director, helped me complexify the chords a bit more.
Because it was only 2 chords, right?
Yeah, literally was only 2 chords.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, no, he actually arranged it. And I thought it was arranged by Tom when I saw it. But I saw his name at the top right, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This actually, I didn't know he can arrange shit.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was really good. I was like, I just wasn't, because we'd all kind of lionized Gabriel McAfee for so long. I didn't really think he would care to take on anyone else, but he did. So that was nice of him.
But on that album, she made "On My Way."
Yeah.
Which
was
which
that
was,
yeah.
which was really good. But 1111 won Best Album with Kara.
Yeah, she won the Kara for Best Song, whatever.
Best Original.
Best Original, and I got runner-up that year, which I did not deserve though.
No,
because her song was so.
No, it was really good. I enjoy it a lot, and singing it is really cool. That was one of the songs I was tenor 2 on.
Owie.
No, but it wasn't like that high of a range actually. Like it was just like.
Darius sings my solo part better than I do. He does. He should have heard the song.
Oh yeah. For the next podcast, for the next episode, it should be the TMNT group. It should.
Didn't you harmonize with yourself on the album for Intentions and we never ended up doing it?
I octave with myself. I think I may harmonize too.
I don't think we ever ended up doing it. I feel like we talked about doing it, but we never did.
Yeah, because Maddie Ladd was like, "Can I maybe do it?"
Oh, was she the one to harmonize with?
She didn't harmonize, but she sang like backing for this one part.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's
crazy, bro.
But yeah, that was a good song. And then moving on to, I think, one of, if not the best song that you have probably created for T.A.G.
I mean, there's only 2. Well, 3. Okay, I guess there's 3.
Well, there's 3.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I agree. That one was out of the 3 of them. That one was
out
pretty
of the 3 of them,
special.
right? Last Drop, which we'll play right now. When I tell you that bass part, bro.
Yeah, talk about your experience.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. Andrew, you wanna do?
That part's easy for
No.
No.
From your perspective of my mental breakdown.
Oh. So when we record the T.A.G. albums, we basically we'll learn the parts like the day beforehand, and like sweat them out, and then go into the recording room. When you sing bass, you basically you have to like straight jump into it, and it's the most difficult thing ever.
Right.
And I walk into our director's office, and Prabh's in there having a straight breakdown over this bass part. And he seems fine at first. I go and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And then everything goes to shit.
Yeah. And I start bawling and everything, and I'm like, I'm not good enough. But then,
I just want to explain that none of that is my doing. That's not my fault.
No, it was Tom's.
Yes.
It was Tom's. And I mean that arrangement was fire. That
was good.
Super fire.
I shot the sheriff in there. That little dun 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 dun.
Yeah. I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is such a cool run.
It's a reference to the song "I Shot the Sheriff." I think it's a Bob Marley song. That's okay. You'll hear it someday. I'll play it. Insert the "I Shot the Sheriff."
All right, we'll insert "I Shot the Sheriff" right here. 3, 2, 1.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna just keep that. It's just pure silence. It just. Okay, but so, after Last Drop, I want to talk about Inside as well, because you did the sax.
Yeah.
Solo for that, and then you also did the bass, which. God damn. Last Drop process. I mean, if you want to delve into it, because I know it's like a bit personal.
Yeah. I'll I won't like say who the person is.
Right.
But I had run into somebody who used to be a very good friend of mine, who, when high school rolled around, kind of started just creating a lot of lies about me and definitely hurt a lot of my friendships, and I kind of thought that person was behind me. And then when we went to not Allstate, what was it? We went to whatever that choir thing is that we do, where we get all fancy and we try to win superiors.
MPA.
MPA. We were at MPA my junior year, and she was there. And she was just really reveling in how uncomfortable I was that she was there, knowing everything that she had kind of done and like said about me. So she was loving it. And I was trying to be very cordial to her, and it just did not work out. And I just kind of, I don't know, got knocked down many, many pegs, and just felt very alone, I guess. So actually, while another group was performing, so sorry for my horrible performance etiquette, but I just pulled out my notebook and started writing, and Last Drop happened. And another influence was our director's license plate. He loves roller coasters, and his license plate says First Drop. And also, this is the easy version I tell, and I'll make it fast. Sorry, I've been talking for so long.
That's the point of this podcast.
Mr. Stroh, our director, took us all when we were performing for. Yeah, he took us all to this.
It was Fun Spot America.
Fun Spot, was it?
Yeah.
And we all, like the whole group, rode this roller coaster like 3 times, I think. And while we were on it started raining. And so I was so like infatuated with the triple entendre of like the last drop of the roller coaster, the last tear, and the last drop of rain. And so that's essentially what the song is about. And combined with the situation with that girl, just about kind of going crazy with like being okay with something that's not okay in a relationship. So
damn, wow. Yeah, no, I like when I heard that song, it's like damn, like there's so many, like, because it's just like, it's because I remember that part where it was like we went to that whole roller coaster thing. And I was in a relationship at that time, but like Last Drop for me was just like, I guess like not a redemption, but like it was just kind of like, I guess looking back on that moment and being like, all right, it's the last time, you know what I mean? Yeah, that song, I don't know, man, it's crazy. We did it for competition. Yeah. I was very upset. Well, I'm not very upset, but I was just like kind of, because Mr. Stroh, he wanted us to drop at the end, and I was just like, bro, what is this man's thinking?
It turned out good,
but
though.
people loved it.
Yeah, it turned
Everyone
out.
was like, whoa!
Yeah. No, it turned out really good. I was just like, God damn.
Yeah, that meant a lot to me when you told me that the song meant something to you, because that's like the point of why I write, is because I want to like.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Like, I guess just connecting with that song. Like, and I think it was just like all in that experience of that whole roller coaster thing, which was like a perfect analogy for that song. Like, it's like how do you get those like analogies and like those metaphors and then like apply them?
We've like, do you remember talking about this in French
I
class?
remember.
We've like kind of talked about it. Oh gosh, what did I say to you? It never happens on purpose. I wish I could be a writer. I was just like, okay, here's this really cool metaphor and this way I've been feeling. Like, how can I connect them? I can't really do that. It kind of has to happen naturally. And with Last Drop, that was probably the, not the fastest song I've written, but the most, it just all kind of fell into place. I think, yeah, I don't know if I can answer that question. Sorry to be lame.
Andrew, you got any questions?
No.
Yeah, these guys have
Heard
been.
the spiel.
Yes, exactly. They've heard
Right,
the spiel.
yeah.
These guys have been putting up with the song for more than a year. So.
Has it been more than
So, yeah.
Wow, time goes by fast, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Inside, which I'll play right now. Yeah, so that song is crazy.
Yeah, that's Riley Plank on lead vocals. She's not here.
Yeah, she's
just
not.
wanted to explain. Yeah.
I probably might do an interview with her.
Go listen to her song so bad.
Yeah, go listen to it. Go listen to it. We'll play it right now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, yeah. Go support her. I probably might get her on the podcast and like talk to her about that song and all that. But so inside, you did the sax solo.
They push me down, they keep me alive. I don't know what's real or what's inside.
So how was that?
It was kind of probably the favorite part I've ever sang with T.A.G, actually. I originally was going for the solo, and then after contemplation and hurting myself, decided that that was not the move. So I pulled out of the whatever, the running for it, and I was like, hey, can I just do the backing part? Stro was like, sure.
Wow.
So I did it. It's essentially just like scatting the whole time, which is just I love and was so fun. And also Riley, not to like be weird, but Riley's my best friend, so it was really fun that during her last year I got to, you know, semi be a part of her solo. So that was cool.
Yeah, no, that is such a dope song. And plus the bass work on that, Andrew. You want to talk about that? Those like those fast parts in that crazy part, like I'm surprised did you have a mental breakdown? Did I miss that?
So, as T.A.G evolved and as contemporary a cappella in general evolves.
Whoa, we getting a whole
Whoa,
history here.
goddamn, big ass word.
The arrangements just get harder and harder, and Inside being, in my opinion, one of the hardest songs that T.A.G has ever done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it was difficult. I don't know if I had a breakdown about it. I definitely just put in so much more time than I did with any other song. It was the only song that I've ever asked Stro for help with.
Right, yeah.
Because my ego tends to be too big for that. But yeah, I mean, the part is crazy. You listen to it, and it's just constant 16th and 32nd note runs in unison with the beatboxer, and it's just, I mean, the sax solo and bass trio at the end is amazing.
Yeah, I was happy we got to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy piece.
Yeah, Wheeler killed a beatboxing on that part.
On that album, I think, and the album before, he just was on fire.
In his
wow.
prime. Yeah.
Wow.
In his prime. I don't know if we can talk about the new album. I don't know if we can talk about the new album.
Who do you think's gonna like? Why wouldn't we be able to?
Stro's gonna be like, knock, knock, knock. Like, how dare you?
FBI, open up. I think it'll be fine.
We can talk about her song. It's her song.
Right, that's true. So, driving to your worst mistake. Well, I can't even.
It's
play
called
right now.
Driving. It's called Driving.
It's called Driving. Wait, is it? So, is the actual title just Driving?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. It's called Driving.
Okay. So, well, I mean, we can't play it, but once the album comes out,
I'll do. Driving to your worst mistake. Man,
So-
that's a little taste.
Okay, so let's talk about Driving and your thought process behind it. Like I don't know. Like when I first heard the song, I was like, "Oh, dang, this is really good." And then you were like, "Nah, it's not to my vision."
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I was like, "It's like pretty decent though. Like I like it. It's simple." Simplistic.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to put down my own song before it comes out. That's like
No.
Yeah, so basically I hate it. I do. But I will say that all of senior year was just a fever dream of performance anxiety and imposter syndrome, because I was just like, I had a really long writer's block where I was like, I can't write.
Right,
Like
I
the only
remember
thing
that.
I'd written was like the Spider with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That's not even called Spider. And we didn't even
We
finish
still
it.
need to finish that
Yeah.
song, dude.
Spider!
I still have the project file for that.
But we can't call it Spider.
No,
Leave
fuck
Spider
it.
in the beginning. Okay, you want to
No,
call
fuck
it Spider?
it. Let's just fucking call
Okay.
it. Why the fuck not?
I don't know, because someone told me that they thought it was cheesy, but just
What?
maybe
No, okay.
it can be cheesy. It's fine then.
Someone. Okay, but like,
Spider!
hey, you best tell this someone that.
No, she's just gonna have to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I like Spider. Anyways, so I was really struggling. And then one of my friends was doing actually a lot of my friends my senior year were involved in self-destructive behavior. Love you guys. But a close friend of mine was doing something that we both knew was very self-destructive, and she kept going back to this thing. And so, I don't know, something possessed me that I said to her, I was like, girl, you're driving to your worst mistake right now. Like, you should not be doing
Damn,
this.
you actually said that?
Yeah. And then I was
Baller.
like, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
You make her cry, and you're like, you know what? You're driving to your Wait a minute. She's still crying. Bitch, what the fuck?
So I wrote the song. I wrote the bones, and I would say the first draft of the song, except for the bridge, in maybe like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And right when I was done with the first draft of the song, I sent it to her. She was literally driving to go there when she received the song. She heard it in the car, and she was like, like she was freaking out about it. She still did the thing, of course.
Oh my god.
But I think she'll really like it.
Wait, so she liked the song? She
liked the song.
Oh wow.
She liked the song a lot, actually.
Oh wow.
She was like, you have to show this to Sister Strode.
Wow.
So yeah, I finished it up. It took a while, and Andrew was actually helping me. It took a while because I was trying to figure out where the bridge could go. I was really worried that it was too boring and simple. And so I wanted a key change. There ended up being a key change.
Yeah, that was
so
really
modulates
dope.
from E to A. And so yeah, that's in there. And then I guess because I played it on guitar, I kind of expected Tom to pick up the nuances that I figured.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
because
did
you
so.
sent the draft, well, not like the final thing to me, or was it the final thing, or was it just like?
It was as good as I could get.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I heard it. I was like, oh shit, like this is good. And so I heard the arrangement, and I was like, okay, like he just made it simplistic.
Yeah, which I like kind of hate.
Right.
I don't hate the arrangement anymore, but I hate this. I don't know. I just don't. It just seemed very, very square, very pop. Ballad to me, which is just so not me.
I remember telling Wheeler because I was working on the beatboxing thing with him, and I was like, hey yo, throw that Gabrielle McAfee type beat.
Exactly.
You know, like
I love Gabrielle, but I also just didn't want to write a carbon copy of her songs.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
And that's kind of what it
No,
felt
but
like.
I feel like it's interesting because it's like the lyrical content of it is so. I don't know, like I don't know the word for it, but it's just it's like present. You know what I mean? Like you can like pick up on that, and it's just like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Like it's not like some normal like some popish song like like for instance like Hurt Me. It's not like that. I guess where it's like poppy and there's not much lyrical.
I don't know. I'm hoping my vocals were like not.
Oh no, it was great.
No.
when I heard it.
I'm hoping they maybe because I wanted it to be more soul influenced, and it just really didn't end up being. So I kind of hope maybe my vocals will bring a little bit more in that.
I feel like it
but
did.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. So Andrew, any questions? Bro, you haven't said anything.
Yes,
I'm like,
it's her songs, not mine.
no, but like any questions like of just anything you're curious about of her songs and anything.
I've had these conversations.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
just
That's true.
asked me. I mean, he did help me. He helped me with the modulation.
So yeah, how'd you help her with the modulation?
He didn't tell me. He wasn't like go E to A, but he was like, I don't think you should do these two cheesy kinds of modulations. And I was like, okay, I won't do that. And then I didn't.
Oh, damn.
So I
What did you start with? Like a half step?
I actually can't remember. I think that was something you told me not to do. So.
Right.
And I agree with you.
that.
Because I wouldn't be like, oh, Johnny!
Like greedy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just.
Yeah. But it works really well on Greedy. But.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, how do you guys feel about this album? This upcoming album. That's.
Am I allowed to say my opinion?
Say a muted version of your opinion.
Definitely not my favorite album.
Or not, or just go full.
That's putting it lightly.
Uh,
Explain yourself.
It's okay. I like it. I like most of the solo choices.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the basses, and I like the bass split.
Yeah, we killed that shit, boy.
Song choices were not my favorite.
So, like, what songs do you want to name the songs in particular?
Or rather, what songs do you wish could have been?
I don't know. I just I mean, one can never understand how Gary Strove's brain works.
That man is mysterious.
It's
man.
a labyrinth in there.
And it tends to work out, and I'm sure it will. And a lot of us had the same thoughts before Reality Lately came out, and I'm sure people did before 11/11 came out.
That's true. In the end, he kind of always knows what he's doing, even if it's annoying. So.
Yeah. I mean, this man has been doing it for like.
Right, so many. 2003?
Yeah, like, how many years is that? 17 now? Jeez.
I mean, Andrew's right. Definitely this time last year, I was like, I don't know about this one, guys. Right. So maybe I probably will, knowing him. It probably will turn around.
Right. I was very questioning about Hurt Me.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't know. Like when I first heard that song, like the normal version, I was like, no, it should not be on. But the arrangement kind of made up for it, and like the solo choice and everything. Like it was just as I started to hear it, I was like, holy shit, like, this is good.
Well, when it comes to acapella, it's really hard to know what a song is gonna sound like.
Yeah.
Like with an acapella arrangement beforehand, because you can hear a song, especially since we've done like John Bellion songs, especially JT, that like doesn't even seem like it could even possibly translate to acapella.
Right, exactly.
But it did.
It did well. We just have the wrong audiences.
Yeah.
Which
Old
is
people
nobody's fault. Yeah.
We won't talk about it. But yeah, I guess that does it for like the whole tag. Any final words from Isabella before we hop into the political section?
I don't know. I love T.A.G. T.A.G. was the best thing that happened to me in high school.
I feel like T.A.G. has really changed my life, and that's like so cliche to say, but
No, me too. Me too.
yeah. Well, what about you, Andrew? Oh man.
I have a very love-hate relationship with T.A.G.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't regret being in it. I met some of my best friends in T.A.G.
That's us, yeah.
But I did have a lot of mental strain throughout it, and I guess I grew as a person.
Right.
But it definitely, there was a lot of struggle that didn't need to be there because of certain choices people made.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely T.A.G. has definitely brought, I don't want to say the worst out of me.
No, you can say that. I'm kidding.
I can say that.
All those car drives back home, and I'm just fucking slamming
I'm
my
on
shoes.
17. I'm on.
No, it's 18.
Oh,
I'm on
right,
18. I'm like, get that shit right.
I better not get it wrong.
Oh man, I was so fucking angry, dude, on that whole
I was
18
just-
shit.
While we were choreographing, the whole time I was just standing there like.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was
Just
checked
to
out.
preface to everyone, we were choreographing for ICHSA, and what's this? This was the first song that we were
Yeah,
choreographing too.
Yeah.
And we had to reach this like big line in the front and everything, and everyone's like, move down. And I was like, okay, I'm already down. And then they're like, move down some more. I was like, okay, I'm against the wall. Move down some more, bitch. The fuck? And then everyone started yelling at each other, and then I was like, I'm on fucking 18, bitch.
It wasn't funny then.
It wasn't funny then, but now it's funny now, and I bring it up to people. like someone be like, oh man, like tag this and that. I'm like, well, I was still on 18.
Like anything about T.A.G.
Right, yeah.
That's the title of the title of this podcast.
I'm still on 18. All right, bet. I'm still on 18.
That's like, you guys know in Friends when Ross is like, we were on a break.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
the same
exactly. Yeah.
Well, Andrew wouldn't know because I'm pretty sure Andrew hates Friends, but
Do you hate
No,
Friends?
The Office.
Oh, no, The
Office.
Office.
I hate both.
Oh my god.
They're not good shows.
no,
It's
no.
dry
No, no,
humor.
no. Okay.
If there wasn't a laugh track, it'd be horrible.
Okay, here's the thing.
That's actually very true. I saw a YouTube video on that.
It would be like a murder mystery or something without
They
the
took the laugh
Here's
track
thing.
out.
A lot of people, a lot of boring middle-aged men, their personality trait is that they like The Office. One of Andrew's personality traits is that he dislikes The Office, and he like makes it known. Like as soon as someone says The Office, like the writer of the great script we call Life takes over, and it's like Andrew has to go on a spiel about why he hates it.
Okay, but prove your reasoning. Why do you hate The Office?
The Office.
Why are you giving him the platform?
Thank you for giving me a
Oh man.
I think The Office was this weird attempt at trying to transfer British humor to this kind of American language, and it doesn't translate
It's the same
well.
language in
No,
Britain.
you know what I mean, like a metaphorical, like British humor in itself it comes across differently as American humor does. It's produced differently, it's delivered differently, and it was this attempt at trying to bring this British show into the American spotlight, right? And what are you laughing at? And I think the humor, it's not funny for TV. The Office is like humor that you would like have a little giggle about, like at your workplace, like in real life. It's like realistic comedy, but it's not good enough for TV. Like
I feel like the camera pans what's the camera is what makes it funny.
Yeah, the camera is. I agree.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own opinion, and comedy in itself is subjective.
Right.
But I think compared to so many other shows that are so much better.
What do you think is a funny show? What's your opinion of a funny show? Okay, so like, I don't know, if they were to make like a TV show out of the Minions from Despicable Me, that would be so funny.
Oh man. Wait, hold on. Okay, so that thing is hitting the.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like
Shut it up.
in the background. It's been that way for a while, but I was just like.
It's ambient.
The people are like, "What the fuck is that noise?" I'm sorry. Y'all.
Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, what do you think is a funny show?
Yeah.
What do I think is a funny show? I don't know. I think comedy within like a sitcom is not the best idea in the first place. Anyway,
Are you gonna
I
answer
think
the question?
I'm answering the question. I think that comedy exists in a place that is not acted. I don't think acted comedy comes across as genuine. I think it can within us. Why are you laughing at me? I think so, and I think like with things like SNL and just like stand up in general are so much more funny than any like sitcom.
Well, SNL has like fell off for quite a while.
It doesn't mean it's not funny.
I mean, like when it was like in like the 90s and shit, yeah, that shit was banging. But like now in the 2010s, like that
I
shit
think
kind
it
of.
depends who's at this point in SNL. I think it really depends on who. Whereas in old SNL, kind of the whole thing could be funny. Everyone had their place and it was funny. Now
Right.
it's like there's maybe 2 or 3 people.
SNL
Yeah.
dropped off when it became political.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like how this podcast is. All right.
Okay, yeah, whoa. Okay.
I wanted to do that segue for the longest time, bro. When you mentioned SNL. Oh man. Okay, so Andrew.
Yes, sir.
So, describe your role and what you've done in Fort Myers for the Black Lives Matter protest.
So I am part of a youth political organization called Keep Lee Out of Lee.
Yeah, we have a statue of Robert E. Lee in downtown, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, so the county we live in is Lee County, named after the Confederate General Robert E. Lee. He's known as the Union Trader. And basically, the entirety of our organization is about keeping Confederate symbols out of Lee County and backing the Black Lives Matter movement. You've set up multiple protests downtown in our area, and we've gotten in contact with the Progressive and We are backed by a wonderful lady named Dr. Bonnier, who is a professor at Florida Gulf Coast University in Fort Myers, and she is running for Congress. And yeah, it's just been like a wonderful opportunity, and it's brought a lot of good, and it's opened a lot of minds in the community. It's opened a lot of conversations. For the first time, I think, since I've ever been involved in our local government, I've seen our city council budge. And our city council is very Republican, very... In our city, Fort Myers, is very stereotypical for anyone who lives off of McGregor to control everything.
Right.
And that's basically it. If they're on city council, they live off of McGregor. But McGregor is only like 15% of the population within our city. And in McGregor tends to be every Republican in Fort Myers, and that is they are just super tight knit and they don't budge. And you know, we set up a protest. We marched to city council. We sat in on the council meeting, talked, spoke with them, had conversations, and we brought up the investigation. Their lawyers looking into removing the statue, and
Wow.
you know, it's progress.
So, I was there when I marched with you guys when you guys went to the city council, and I couldn't sit in because I had to go to work. But how did that go?
That went really well, and it went a lot better than I thought it would. I mean, I suppose the best thing that could happen was they were like, "Yeah, we're getting rid of it," but I don't think no one expected that. It wasn't
Right.
gonna happen. But you know, we went in, we talked, we gave some speeches to the council members, and they agreed to open an investigation on what they can do about the statue legally, and their lawyer went ahead and decided to look into it, and they having another city council meeting actually today about the options that he has discovered and what can be done.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, at the time of this recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's
So we'll
great.
find out about that later.
Yeah. Yeah, we will update you guys. So yeah, so like what made you like, well, not what made you join, but like, cuz I guess we can all agree that, like, you know, Black Lives Matter
Yes.
does matter.
Black Lives
So like, what made you like what made you take that extra step to like organize, you know, the whole, well, not, yeah, the whole like protest and everything that you have,
like being
like,
an organizer instead
Yeah,
of just a
yeah, yeah.
participator.
yeah.
So I think a lot of modern day white people tend to keep this like naive eye to society, and they think that racism doesn't exist anymore. And you know, that's great, but it's not true. And it's really easy to claim that it doesn't until you see it in your own home. You see it around you. You see it in your life. And me, I do. My entire family are these white right-winged Republicans that hate anyone that doesn't look like them. And it's sad, and it's what it is, I guess. But I've decided that I don't want to live like that, and I want to treat people better than that, and that I won't follow by that example. And I think that is seeing how they treat others has inspired me to go that extra mile to kind of reach out and not do that.
Damn, that's powerful, dude. That's powerful. So, any questions, Isabella?
I mean, again, it's Andrew
in
and I
my
have
seat.
talked about. Yeah,
Right.
Andrew and I have talked about.
God damn it!
I
Trying to
know,
play this whole
if only
protest.
Andrew and I we're not close. I mean, we're not. I don't know who you are. Let me think. Wow. I don't know. We've kind of come to bond at least a little bit over being like solitary liberal-minded people and families of Republicans, and not that every single Republican intentionally, you know, you know, the whole spiel.
Right.
But that ends up being, if you're not incredibly careful, that ends up being what you support. So, questions for Andrew.
Well, I mean, like just seeing you do that is very like inspiring, and like going to the protests and seeing everyone show up. It's like damn, you know. Do you have a proposed name of what you would name Lee County? Like a different name?
There was a name.
Because they were thinking about changing the name.
Calusa County.
Calusa,
Because
yeah.
Oh, really?
The Calusa Indians, or the Calusa Native Americans, rather, were the Native Americans that were president in where we live before
Oh,
colonization.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So everyone thought I would honor them and
Yeah.
sense, and
I thought Calusa County was already a thing.
there is, but it's spelled differently.
Oh.
I got him, boys.
Damn. Damn, they try to play
Yeah.
tricksies.
The closest county that exists is Caloosa instead of Calusa.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they spelled it like how you would say it.
What?
Calusa. Like double O, right? Is there a double O?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is that how you
Calusa.
say it? Calusa?
Yeah.
Like that?
Calusa.
Yeah.
It works either way.
I mean,
It works.
And yes. No, I will just say I'm definitely I'm proud of Andrew, and I'm also, this is the first time, not a huge Fort Myers fan, this has been the first time I felt any sort of pride for where I live.
Right, exactly.
Like,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
cared. And then when I was downtown, because we were actually T.A.G recording, and we had to leave because the
Oh,
protest was
yeah,
coming by.
yeah.
When that was happening, and I was meeting my mom, and I saw the protesters going by downtown, I was so proud. Like, I started tearing up.
Yeah,
I
there was
so-
there was a fuck ton. Like
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
600 plus.
Yeah.
Those are huge ones.
And
Yeah.
for the most part, it was all peaceful at that particular protest.
It
You-
was.
you-
all of it was entirely peaceful.
Yeah, you went to that big one. How
I
was
went
that?
to a lot of them. I probably went to entirely like 5 or 6 protests. The first week I didn't go to too many because I was still kind of worried about the COVID thing. And I definitely still was. I stayed safe, wore a mask, all that.
Right.
But yeah, I mean they were all huge. The first one had 400, 500 people, especially as the day went on. It just stacked up and stacked up.
Right, yeah.
Went through like 5 or 6 marches in one day.
We heard them like down the block when we were
Yeah.
recording like that.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Well, so the way our downtown is set up, there's the Riverwalk district, which is like the main strip, and then there's the surrounding areas. And there's this road that leads off of downtown called McGregor, which is what we talked about earlier. And they ended up marching all the way down McGregor toward where our recording studio was. And that is like, 4 or 5 miles from downtown. And it was like, wow, they really came that far.
Damn. Yeah. No, yeah, going through those like protests and like marching and like just being there for the cause is like powerful, and like to the few people, well, to the people who can't go because Corona, like that's understandable. Like just like do your part and like share your thoughts online and talk to your family members or your friends who have like different views and stuff. I remember when I was talking to this one kid, he was, well, I don't want to say arrogant, but like just very not I guess not educated on the fact that like this issue was like real and shit. And so it was just like, I don't know, I feel like some people like they don't accept what's real.
They're living under the delusion that makes their lives easier and less guilty to live.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I guess like how would you address those people? Like for you, Andrew, like how would you
So what exactly are those people we're talking about?
like
The
just
All Lives Matter people? Or like...
those Karens out there who saying all lives matter? Oh my god, wait, did you see the video where it was like this girl, this Karen looking, I'm gonna say bitch, this Karen looking bitch at a fucking grocery store, and she's like F these N-words and et cetera, and it's like, I'm gonna kill all of you, and she's like, get my license plate and et cetera. I'm like, holy shit, girl, like.
See, I find it funny that people are so shocked by these things. because a lot of people aren't surrounded by it. You don't see it, and so when you see that in society, it's so bizarre. But for a lot of white people, that's their everyday. That's their day to day. You see that stuff all the time.
That's crazy.
And not growing up, I was born in Florida, and
Right.
but I lived in North Carolina for 4 or 5 years, and in Thomasville and within Randolph County, and it's just so largely Republican and has a huge racist population, and there's a large KKK population there, which is very interesting.
Oh damn.
And it's just, like there's just a different culture there than there is here in Florida. And even in Florida, this isn't the most liberal place, but it's so much more so than something like North Carolina, especially where I lived. And it's like the day to day, like you're in middle school and you're throwing out the N-word, and it's normal. You're a white kid, it doesn't matter. And opposed to living there to here, here you get chastised for it. There you wouldn't.
Not always. Not always.
I know, it's most of the time though, especially with the school that we went to.
Oh, you mean like at a high school level?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I mean, like, that's the day to day, and like I said, I grew up with that. I remember I was in 5th grade, and my best friend making fun of me because I was hanging out with the black kid across the street, and him being like, "Dude, I hate N-words. Why are you hanging out with that N-word? Like, what is this?" And being one of the biggest things that ever opened my eyes about, like how we treat people, and realizing that maybe my family isn't the greatest people.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like I imagine like it's tough that it's like even in your family. Like
I think that I've come to accept it. I've realized, I mean, to be fair, most of my family is very non-political, and a lot of my family is very loving to people, and they don't really care.
Right.
It just so happens that the family that I specifically live with, because of the passing of my mother and issues that I've had with my father, my grandmother's very old, or my great-grandmother rather, is very old, and my aunt has some very traditional opinions. So they have kind of been rooted in this ideology that is very unfortunate, and definitely differs from mine.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like for me, because I'm Indian, I guess my family doesn't do that. Like I say like they're mostly like democratic, and like I remember like when I was in school, I guess like I was bullied for my race, like in elementary. Like this was like in elementary. Middle school it kind of stopped, but like elementary, like basic shit. There's a joke where it was like this girl came up to me, she's like, "Yo, you look like doo-doo." And I'm just
You're laughing about it.
yeah, I'm like, well, I mean, I can laugh it off now, but like at the time I was crying my fucking eyes out.
Yeah.
Like, but no. At first I was confused, and then I cried my eyes out. So it's just like I guess like I can just laugh it off, but it's just like, damn, like some kids are just like born that, like not born that way, but just raised that way.
Yeah.
And it's just
See, I think part of the issue with modern day racism is we go about getting rid of it the wrong way. We try to teach everyone to be politically correct, and I don't think that always works. I think what you need to teach people is to be loving and caring and more forgiving, and not to take things so seriously. Let me finish.
Oh, Isabella. Okay.
I'm not saying people should go throw around the N-word, but I like if someone like jokingly calls me a cracker, like it's maybe not the best thing to say, but I think we need to learn to be more forgiving about things, and that when we create conflict, fire on fire makes more fire. Like, it just doesn't
Mm.
help things.
I think it's very different because if somebody calls you a cracker, you can laugh it off because, like, we haven't been oppressed for, like, years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? So, someone calling me, like, I don't know, a Guido or something is way...
Spaghetti-o!
is way different than somebody calling, like, a POC some derogatory term or the N-word or something. So I think, yes, I think political correctness kind of becomes this balancing act of making sure you're not offending anyone. That's true. But I also think that we shouldn't just brush off. I think that's been the problem in raising our children, is that when they're young, we brush off, you know, the racism and the inequality that has occurred for years and years and years. And then as they get older, you kind of try to slowly integrate what the truth is. And I think right off, it's hard because it's the parents we need to be teaching ultimately, not the children, because the parents are who are going to teach the children. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was deep.
So, well, no, but I'm just
I know.
I'm just saying, I agree with you, Andrew, in that we need to become a more teaching and learning environment, a more, you know, in that sense. But I also think there are definitely things that need to continually be pointed out because we don't want to be repeating history again and again and again and again, you know?
I think a lot of the issue is we teach our kids not to say things like the N-word because they're going to piss someone off. Not because of the
What it means.
struggle and hate that is behind that word and what it could mean to someone and what that could affect someone by saying.
Right.
I was raised that way. I was told to not say it outside of the house, and you know, I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I said it, and I'm like, it's not something I'm gonna lie about. It's something that I've learned to not do anymore, and then I've grown from that. But you know, as a elementary and middle schooler, I was this Republican white kid from North Carolina, so that's just how it goes, you know. And things changed, but yeah, I think the re-education of that word and like designing priorities toward where we need to think of it. I think there's just so much hate gathered around it right now that it's just hard to make progress with it, you know.
So do you feel like classes should like teach upon this? Because I know like sometimes they like graze it for like a week or two. Well, not even a week or two, just like for like a class or two, and then they're like, okay. Like, do you think like
we've checked our boxes, we're ending racism.
Right, exactly. Like, do you think like at least like history teachers should like touch upon like, because like I've seen the argument where it's like there shouldn't be a Black History Month, it should just be in the curriculum, like, you know, like how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, having a Black History Month kind of, although it has good intentions, and also indoctrinates the idea that, one, this is an issue that we can compartmentalize and just handle for 29 days and then or 28 days and then call it a day. And two, it also pushes the issue that Black Lives Matter and the struggle that people of color face is only in history, whereas it's obviously not the
it's
case.
happening right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But yeah, I feel like this year is definitely going to be in the history books. But how do you feel about that, Andrew?
I think that it's, like I said, I think that we need to think about our education systems, and I think that's a lot of what creates the society that we have. I mean, a lot of our education system right now is focused on creating this free market, capitalist society. So it's focused on creating workers, and I think you don't have a lot of time for teaching people how to love each other, how to be appreciative. and it gets better, and it's better than it used to be. But and I think over time it does. And I think even things as simple as like, hey, maybe you shouldn't bully people, helps a lot. But
Right.
I think we need to teach our kids how to love each other and not be so hateful.
Yeah. No, I remember in like, I guess middle school or some shit. Right? Like I used to be like, so I guess like I'd cringe on the fact that it was like, oh, we're gonna talk about bullying, because it's like, I guess I've been like a victim of it. So I'm just like, oh, no. Right, like let's just dismiss idea. But like I don't know. I feel like, yeah, you guys are right. Like we have to like teach kids and even the parents at least, like, like just what's not what's right or wrong, but just like, how to treat people. Did you guys see the Bill Nye video where he like
Mask
got the
one? Or what is it?
no the one with the world, and he's
Oh,
like,
it's burning?
Fire?
no. It's like he shows like a picture of the world, and he removes that, and he's like, all right, this is like the geographical race locations and everything, and he's like, we all originated from
Oh, yeah,
Africa,
I
and we spread around, and this skin color difference is only based on like the vitamin D, and I forgot what the other word was, but
Like melanin?
no. It's like, I don't know, it's vitamin D is something else. But yeah, I was just like, oh shit, like I didn't know that. And yeah, I guess it's just very interesting to like see that. But like there was also a point, there was like some people who came to like shut down the protest or something. I forget like who they were. You want to elaborate?
Yeah, so the Robert E. Lee bus that we have downtown in our city is the statue in itself is owned by, or not the statue, but like the head of it. It's just like this little bust. Is owned by this organization called the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
Oh, that's
And they basically pride themselves on conserving Confederate history and keeping their Southern tradition and heritage alive.
right.
Um,
I remember when we
That's so
had that
scary.
protest when we marched to it, and like they were there and we were kneeling and stuff, and
yeah, well, the thing I will give them credit for is they are very good at staying.
no, you said staying, right?
Finish my
say-
sentence.
They're just very good at staying.
But also.
But they were very persistent though.
No,
Not even gonna lie.
They're very good at staying peaceful and staying.
Yeah, that's very true.
They it's a good tactic, when you
I thought they were
stay
gonna like.
peaceful and you let other people yell at you and you just stand there. It makes you seem very prideful.
Right.
And it gives you this perspective, and it makes you seem like the bigger person.
They didn't steal Ricky's bag because Ricky left his bag there, and
Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad people. They just
Right.
have
horrendous political views.
basically, yeah.
they just aren't educated enough, or they've been educated a wrong way.
Wrong way,
and they
yeah.
think that that's the right way. And I've talked to them before, and I've talked to a couple, and technically I'm in this Facebook group with them because I like rated it and steal information from it.
The spy on the
He's
inside.
working on the inside.
Yeah.
And they try to stay prideful and say that it's all about keeping their Southern heritage alive. But every once in a while, you'll see very interesting posts in this Facebook group, or or see one of them say something that is just super racist or super just ignorant and things like that. And it sucks because, like, in this Facebook group the Facebook group is just called or I'm not gonna say it because people are gonna look it up.
Yeah. The few people that are listening to this
Yes.
podcast.
But
You, me, and Prabh will all look at it.
Including
but
we.
it
Yes.
contains the members in it are anywhere from a school board member to one of our city council members.
Love it. Love that.
And it's just insane. And it was so funny. We actually confronted one of the school board members.
Oh, yeah. They were like, "Hey, bitch, what you doing in the Facebook?"
We were like, "Hey, we kind of saw you were in this group that preaches hate." And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was not aware I was in that group."
I wasn't aware I was in the group.
A group that you have to request to join.
Oh, gotcha, bitch.
I wasn't aware I was in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so basically they show up to the protests. They just kind of stand there and record with their phones, trying to make people look like idiots. They will incite violence if they have to, but they do it by making people mad.
Right, yeah.
They will never start something because they want to be the bigger person.
Right.
Right.
Flip the story and
They
everything.
kind of use the passion and aggression of the BLM movement to their own advantage. And even at one of the protests that we hosted, we ended up doing this kind of symbolic thing for George Floyd, where we laid on the ground for 8 minutes and 30 something seconds.
Right.
I forgot the exact time. And they were just standing all around us, and then one guy decided that came to every protest, and he did come to every protest, and it seemed like he was trying to incite violence just for the sake of inciting violence.
Yeah, I was there for that, and I was like, oh shit, but
he just was trying to start stuff with them and was yelling at them, and even Ricky. And I love Ricky, but he just makes poor choices sometimes, pointed them out to the entire crowd.
Right.
When you point an individual 3 people out to a crowd of 253.
they were right in the middle of that goddamn crowd too. I was like, oh.
250 to 300 people that are mad and enraged. It's not a good idea. It never is.
Definitely
and it
not.
worked out, and we were able to get the crowd out of there and back to the Centennial Park.
Yeah.
Before anything started, but it was just kind of scary for a second.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, there was, did those people come, because you guys went to the police station and they were, gonna guard it or something like that?
They were just there to stand around the statue. The statue is... There's a statue, and it's his memorial. So there's just a statue with his name, his death date, and a bio on the back. And then on top of it is where they put the bust, which is just his head. And right now, the Sons of Confederate Veterans were allowed by the city to take the bust and keep it for protection during the BLM movement. But right now, it's just the statue that's up there. And so they decided that... people call them counter-protesters. I don't know what you want to call them, but they just stood around the statue, and that was about it.
Wow. Yeah. Anything to add? No? Anything to add? No? That's it? Been alright, yeah. It's been a decent podcast episode. I guess we'll end it off here. Vote!
If you're not already registered, I'm sorry.
Yeah, or if you're not
Too
18,
late.
then yeah. But vote. You can find the links to the Black Lives Matter links and everything. There'll be a Google Doc. So to the links. And then you can find the links to Isabella's songs that we talked about, except for the new ones because the album's not out yet. But
It'll be out sometime in August.
Yeah, sometime August, October-ish. So yeah, the links will be down in the description. You want them to follow you on your socials or not?
If you wanna.
Yeah? Alright, plug in your socials.
Oh, right now do I have to say
Yeah,
it?
you just say it.
No, that's awkward. Okay, on Instagram, on basically every platform, but mostly Instagram, it's BELBERRA, and it's
So Bell Barra.
if you wanna.
Bell Barra. Isabella Sbarra at Instagram.
Yeah.
Go give her a follow for the few people who are listening. Instagram Andrew. Let's go.
Follow me on Instagram at Andrew Darden 239.
Andrew Darden 239. Hey, with that 239 area code, you already know. And then you can follow me at I Have Problems on Instagram. Let me spell it out for you.
Well, wait, no, you should, because it's not like Prabh.
Right. Okay, so it's I have HAVE and then PRABHLEMS problems.
Get it, guys?
Got
You
it.
get it?
You
He's
get
really
it?
clever.
I know. Oh, so much turmoil in third grade. Turmoil. Okay, yeah. So you can find all the links down in the descriptions below. That's so funny. Down in the description below, the Black Lives Matter. Andrew, you want to plug in? The Robert E. Lee petition, or is it? Do you want to plug that?
Don't be part of the turmoil, guys.
We have an Instagram page for our organization. It's called Keep Robert E. Out of Lee. No spaces. The petition link is in the bio if you're interested.
Yeah. So go give that a follow. Go sign that petition. Let's get that goddamn statue out of here. And then so all the links in the description. Any final words?
Turmoil.
Shut up, bro. Any final words?
No, I'm good, B.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See you guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Peace out, guys. Bye.